Oh baby, I know you remember, so I say, and do you remember when we fell in love? You were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seems like heaven sent, so why did it end? Do you remember back in the fall we had been together all day long? Do you remember us holding hands and each on highs we stairs? And do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Girl, remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember? And do you remember how we used to talk? We would stay on the phone at night till dawn. Do you remember all the things you said? I have you, so I never let you go. Do you remember back in the spring, every morning bird was singing? Sing, do you remember those special times? They just go on and on in the back of my mind. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Girl, remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember? All this time, only remember all this time. I said, do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent. Do you remember how it all began? It just seems like heaven sent, so why did it end? Do you remember back in the fall we had been together all day long? Do you remember us holding hands in each other's eyes was there? Do you remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Girl, remember the time, when we fell in love? Do you remember? Oh, you can always remember. Burn up, baby. Burn up, baby. And do you remember how we used to talk? We would stay on the phone at night till dawn. Do you remember all the things we said? I have you, so I never let